Hello and welcome to this video. This is a message for week commencing the 20th of January. This is going to be a mixture of tarot, oracle and astrology, giving you an energetic update for the week. We will get into collective messages and then do an all 12 sign read. Check for your sun, your moon, your rising. The tarot will be an intuitive read. So astrologically, we have yesterday the sun moved into Aquarius. We've been in Capricorn season for the last month or so. You might have felt the need to knuckle down and to really go for what it is that you were trying to shift and create change in your life. Now that we move into Aquarius season, it's about doing things a little bit differently, creating in a way that feels more aligned to your authenticity, where it feels more in line with your greater vision, greater purpose. And this for me is like part of it, like extending out onto YouTube with the hopes that I do things differently and shift that creative energy. I have been feeling this week and having conversations this week around motivation and how sometimes motivation isn't the actual issue. Sometimes it's about a loss of creativity, a lack of expression, and finding our ways back to that as being the ultimate source or one of the ultimate sources, rather than pinning all of our hopes and expectations on this mystery source of motivation. So as we've got the sun conjunct Pluto in Aquarius, it's a real opportune time for us to burn away old structures, for us to allow the things that don't really work for us, don't really spark that sense of joy or that sense of pleasure in our lives, to allow that to burn, to allow that to be shed, and to not be fearful of those things to just like fall away, because the whole point is about allowing the metamorphosis to take place so that we can really stand in the belly of what we believe to be true, what we feel to be true. And for a lot of us collectively, I feel like it's about that reconnection to our divine source of creativity and finding our sense of expression through that. Now, there's a sense of like, I'm feeling like this fear of it getting messy and this fear of it having to look or feel a certain way. But the message here is about doing it in a way that feels aligned and what feels authentic and true to you. So this isn't a time to be looking over there and seeing what Sally round the corner's doing. This is a time for us to really stay in our lane, stay in our vision. If we're going to be looking at anyone's journey, their path, the only person that we should be looking at is ourselves. So this is a beautiful time for you to connect to your higher self, your soul self. It's more your soul self more than your higher self, because your soul self is closely aligned to you. Like, we often think of our higher selves as being up there, or our higher selves as being like a few steps ahead of us. And whilst that might be true in some ways, I'm seeing it more our higher selves being alongside us. And all they have is have like a sharper prescription. They have a sharper prescription. Imagine they're wearing glasses like me, and they just have a sharper way in which they're able to refine the focus and laser focus to see exactly where it is in the direction in which you are both journeying on together. So this is a message coming through about our soul selves being in union with us, and our soul selves being alongside us to venture down the path that we're going. Now, we carry our human emotions, our human expectations, and that's something that we can't necessarily shake or control, but we can start to weave in understanding and know where things come from and understand the influences and how it might affect us on a day-to-day basis. Now, looking at the cards, one of the cards I got was this father card, and for me what this feels like is there's like a paternal wound that's coming through. There's paternal wounding that's coming through that is causing us to not see ourselves as a direct line of authority. There's something here about us questioning how strong we feel within ourselves, whether we are able to take charge and to make these decisions for ourselves. And the Father card here is telling us that actually our authority is a part of who we are, and it's about being able to understand and reconcile with it being okay to be in a position of authority, and to see that actually authority is a thing that can create our ability to see clearly. The stars here, I feel like they are our hopes, our dreams, our wishes, our goals, and it feels like it's about being able to see that our authority is what can lead and what can guide us there. So with that, it comes a point or a chance for us to really unpick some of our father wounds here. And there's a moment for us to get off this roundabout. We've got the round and round, which is that mental rumination, that a lot of kind of air energy, so it might be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that I'm sensing here, for us to come out of our heads here for a moment, and for us to start to see and to start to streamline how we can create action. There's also because of all the bluey cards, it's about us being able to take charge of our verbal expression, as I was saying before, about creativity and expression. So there's something here that you're needing to shift and needing to change this week in order to charge forward with your creative expression. So let's get into all 12 signs. If you are here on YouTube, head over to my Patreon to access all 12 signs.